Hi, this is Kipla. Hope you're building an amazing day. And if you're watching this, then you want to get paid for your idea and you don't want to get stuck in building something that nobody wants, right? So, if you're watching this, then you're an entrepreneur who has a new idea for a product or service, or you have multiple ideas for new products or services that you think will bring a lot of value to your customers and you want to bring it to the marketplace. That being said, you haven't tested the idea yet, and you do want to avoid the trap of investing time and money, sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars, into an idea that the marketplace is not ready for. And instead, you want to be able to present your idea to your potential customer, validate that idea, and actually get paid for it. So with this system, you'll be able to first really validate the idea, then get pre-orders so you can actually have some fund to invest into the creation of this idea. And lastly, you actually have a list of future customers. So what else do you need? Like you validate your idea, you have funding for it, so you don't have to ask outside investors. And if you do ask outside investors, it's even more appealing that you already have people that are paying for something that doesn't exist yet. And you have a list of customers now that really want this product. So this training is for you to understand how to do so, like the method to do so. And it's going to be broken down. It's a short training. So we'll go overview on how to create your offer, how to use the landing page, a pre-sale landing page to actually get paid for the idea and getting traffic. So first thing first is that you need to create an offer. So I'm assuming like right now you do have the idea. Now you do have to create an offer around that idea. So an offer is how you're gonna put that idea together and into something compelling that your customer will actually receive some kind of transformation. And this transformation has to be taking them away from a pain that they're currently having to something amazing that will lead them to a better life, a happier life, an easier life. So let's take, for example, that you were a bike mechanic and you had an idea of creating a subscription model to fix people's bikes at home. So the reason why you would do so is because you've realized that your customers that you've had at your shop, so like they go out every 2 weeks with their mountain bike and go biking with their friends, and because of the stress of going on the mountain bike, it breaks down often. So your customers now every couple of weeks they have to put their bikes into their car. They have to invest time to go to shop, and in that time that the mechanic is spending, they have to like wait around, and it's annoying for them. So you came up with an idea. You're like, okay, what if we came to our customers' homes and we did it on a weekly basis or bi-weekly basis to actually fix that for them, so they don't have to worry, they don't have to like go around and which just waste time, because time is the most valuable thing that we all have. And so now that's your idea. Now you have to create an offer around it. So the offer would be, okay, to customers, we will, right? If you have a team, we will come to you, we will provide you with the home services. So that could be one offer. It could be another offer that you bring them bikes. So once every 2 weeks, you just bring them a new bike that they can test out. It can be that you provide them with like a, a time slot where they can always come whenever it's best for them. So there's different ways. So that would be why you create an offer. So you really have a way to bring the value to your customers. And as you bring that value too, you have to keep in mind of who your customer is. So this will facilitate everything else. Because if you don't know who you're helping, then it's going to be hard. It's like you're not going to speak. So now you know who to speak to. You're not going to speak to everyone. You're going to speak to this person who has the problem with the bikes. Like they don't want to waste their time, right? So now that you have this offer that you've come up with, now you'll be creating the landing page. And here in the landing page, that's the second step, is creating the landing page. So in the landing page, you'll be explaining to them, the first thing you're gonna ask them, are you a mountain biker, right? Because this is the people you want to attract. You don't want to attract an equestrian or somebody who rides a horse, because they won't care that you're a bike mechanic. They won't care about this thing. Once they see it, they're like, oh, this is not for me. But the person who is a mountain biker, they're like, oh, this is for me. Like, let me look at it more. And then your next step is to explain to them, okay, we understand that you are having this problem. So now you're speaking to the pain point. You're like, well, you understand that I'm wasting so much time getting this bike fixed. And then you tell them, okay, I have this offer. This offer will help you help you have a better life. You won't have to worry about anything. Like, once you want to hang out with your friends and go biking, then you're ready. Your bike is always going to be there for you. So now what this facilitates is, now you know who to talk to, you know where to go, you know how to speak to them. And what's really important when you create that landing page is to speak, especially if you're creating a training or a video showing them, is that you speak their language. You speak about mountain biking. You speak about the differences between how to fix a mountain bike. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not really a big bike person. So if you know about bikes, then you would have way more things to do. Also, you can be around bikes, so you can present them like what this is about. Another thing too is actually creating a video instead of copywriting. So instead of text, because the video would allow you to first build trust, because they get to see you. You can have props that present to them some credibility as to how you're able to do this. And it's easier, like in my opinion, maybe for you it's not. In my opinion, it's easier to just create a 30 seconds to 90-second video presenting the idea to them, selling them the idea, selling them the problem they're having and how this offer will help them. Another thing that's really important before you actually create your landing page is understanding what are the metrics for you to know this is a worthwhile idea to invest in. The easiest thing to do is the monetary, because you'll be getting paid with this process. So is it $100? Is it $1,000? Is it 10,000? Is it 100,000? Where you see is worthwhile to invest your time and money into this idea. And this will be different for everybody and for any service that you're providing. So for instance, if you're the bike mechanic and you just want to increase revenues for your business by 1,000 monthly, so now you know, okay, as long as we're able to get pre-orders that are valued at, let's say it's $250 a month, then you know you just need to get 4 customers, and that will be enough for you to validate the idea. If you want to create a scalable business where it's $100,000 a month, then maybe having 30 grand and pre-orders would be a worthwhile investment, or maybe even 10 grand. So now you know that you can afford to hire some people and actually scale this business and potentially get investors that are interested in helping you scale this business. So those are very important things, and you should do this. You should answer that question before you experiment, because you don't want to, like, as you go, you're like, oh, maybe this is it, maybe this isn't. You want to have really like hard in the sand idea of what is good. Now the third step, that now that you've created you have your offer, you have your landing page, now it's actually traffic. So traffic means people seeing, like your potential customers actually seeing what you have created for them. And there's 2 ways to do so. There's free organic traffic and there's paid traffic. So a quick overview of free organic traffic, it just means that you are going where these people are and you go in there by yourself. You're adding value, or you're part of a community. So for example, you would go to your current customers. So people that have already used your services, and you explain to them and you sell them an idea of the new offer that you've created for them to help them. Right? Some will say yes, some will say no. And how many people say yes or no, you'll be able to decide to continue or not. And even then, that could be too small of a sample size. So then you can grow and show that landing page to forums that are around biking. So you present it to yourself if you're already, if you are part of that community, and you could also join Facebook groups that are around biking. You could join any like forums around it. That's the reason why you want to know who your customers are. So you don't go to the wrong forums. You don't go to Equestrian forum and present to them your offer, because to them it makes no sense. Like, they have horses, they ride horses, they don't ride bikes. They don't know what a mountain bike is. So they see your landing page, they're like, they won't even look at it. For them, it's a completely waste of time. So being in front of people that would care for that is super, super important. And the second kind of traffic is paid traffic. So these include the very common Facebook ads, Google ads, YouTube, LinkedIn, Pinterest. And those are really amazing because you're able to create the content, you're able to experiment and then see which works best and what doesn't work. That being said, it's not the only thing. You do have to be creative, and you have to be aware of where your customers are. For example, if your ideal customer, Michael, he only reads newspapers, right? It would make no sense for you to pay for Facebook ads, because then you're just paying Facebook ads for no reason, because you're not getting anything in return. You're not getting any customers because they're not there. Maybe it's billboards, maybe it's newspapers, right? Maybe it's newsletters for email marketing list. So for somebody who's really into biking, they might subscribe to a couple newsletters around biking. So you would want to talk to the owners of those newsletters and negotiate and ask them if they offer paid advertising or sponsored post. And they most likely do. And they'll give you a price, and you should definitely negotiate with them. And once you negotiate, you come up with a good, well, you do have to see if it's worthwhile. And you guys come up with a good price. And once you guys have set it up, then you'll be able to send that to their audience and show them what they're lacking and how you can help them. And another thing that's super important for the entire procedure is adding value to your customers first. So this way it shows goodwill. It shows that you actually care for them. It's not just a quick money grab, that they can actually be able to get value even before paying you. And this also leads to them wanting more to pay you, because you're like, oh, wow, they've already helped me in something else. So this is probably going to be even better, which is one of the reasons why we created this training, is so that you guys are actually able to get paid for your ideas, and we're adding value, and this will lead to you guys be more interested and actually get into course, because we've already added value for you guys to be able to earn money with your new business idea. So if you're ready to purchase the course and get started and have your landing page live and get paid for your idea and avoid wasting time and money, there's entrepreneurs who spend millions of dollars on an idea that never took foot because no one ever really wanted to buy it. So this way, really, because people vote with their money, and you'll be able to know if it's worthwhile to invest your time and money. So thank you so much for watching, and I'm looking forward to hearing how even this training made you money. Let me know, and thank you so much for watching.